All right, we're doing some different mount escapes today. I'm Martin Kampmann, this is Kyle Griffin, and we're doing some different variations of getting out of the mount. You know, it all depends on how my opponent is sitting on me. You know, there's different variables, and sometimes it's not just one move. You got to put more moves together. You know, you go for one move, and that's if you don't get it, it opens up for another escape. So combining the different moves together is what's going to give you a good escape and going to make it hard for you to get pinned down in the mount.
All right. First, mount escape is just a basic elbow escape. So first, right here, come in to half guard. And what I'm doing is, Kyle's staying low on my hip. If he's climbing up with his legs, I want to make sure that he's still low. So I got to keep scooting here. And I block his hip here. My other arm goes inside his leg. I put my left foot in, shrimp out, and push this leg in. Shrimp to the other side for half guard. Here, underhook, and here I can work my half guard series to get up.
Another one, if Kyle's low on his mount and he's got his head down, I can bridge. You know, if I need to bridge, I need to block his arm too. So Kyle's mount on me, he's here low, he might be controlling my head, but if he's not controlling it properly, you know, if he's out here, he can block the bridge. So I have to either block his arm or make sure he's grabbing my head here. Use my legs, bump up with my hip, get equal weight on my head and on my shoulder, and bridge him this way. So here we go. Long. Big bridge. This one you got to do explosive and quick. You know, you can't go slow. So a lot of times you're right in the transition, you get to here, explosive, block it, coming around. Right, this move is when he's low and catching my legs, catching my hip with his legs, and I use this move on Jake Shields, got a mount on me when I fought him, and I like this move a lot. So here, Kyle's grabbing his legs here on me, so instead of pushing him backwards this way, you know, he can hip into me, it can be tough. So I try to push him over me this way at the same time as I'm lifting my hips. Lifting my hips and lifting my legs. I'm lifting my legs and lifting my hips. I'm trying to push him this way over. So here, I'm going to try to bring him over me. So again, Kyle's grabbing the hip here, push. And sometimes one push won't do it. I got to do little small jerks. So I'm shaking my legs, I'm shaking my to get him shaken off. Sometimes it can be one push, sometimes it takes little scoops. So again, you can low push, and when I get here, you know, come up, just hold it down, get him up, shoot it again. So once I get here, there's different options. You can go for the leg lock, or you know, leg locks in MMA is always a risk. In case you don't get it, you might be getting punched in the face. So another one I like to do is just scoop him again here. Once I get the distance, just stiff arm him, and get up. Stiff arm in his armpit, use the space to stand up. You know, in jiu-jitsu you're always taught not to give up your back, and I definitely agree on that. But sometimes the alternative is getting punched a lot of times in your face. That's worse. So if your opponent's got a high mount on you, he's got his knees up your armpit and wheeling punches on you, you know, you might not have time to take the technical route and get out. You might just have to give up your back to not get punched. You know, when I fought Thiago Alves, he got a high mount on me, started punching. I gave my back out for a split second and I skipped the back right away. So sometimes you know what's coming, your opponent's not expecting it, it gives you an opportunity to get out of the situation, even though you're giving him a more advanced position. So let's show that right here. Kyle's real high on the mount here. He starts punching. This is a bad spot to be in, you know. Preferably I want to scoot down and get him low on my hip. I can start working for other escapes, but I might not have time for that if he's punching away. So here, just post and take off your back, you know. And here, if he's not expecting it, you know, depending on how we end up, this is my opportunity to to get out and escape. If he's expecting it coming, you know, I could be in for a worse position if he straightened me out and flattened me out, but you got to catch him off guard. Sometimes you might be rolling one way, and if he's expecting it, okay, pull in and get a half guard. So you're only halfway committed to it. But sometimes, last resort, you gotta give up your back.